Thanks for coming. I'm sure it'll help coming directly from you.
How are Mark and the kids?
Good, great. Kids are great. I'll tell them you said hi.
I'm sorry. Sam told me what was going on, but what could anyone possibly hope to gain from this?
Can we just, get on with it? I'm not getting any younger.
Well, as I told Sam, our options are pretty limited.
You come all this way just to say goodbye?
At this point, I'm here to recommend we put you in stasis until we better understand your condition.
You want to freeze me?
Colonel, we're not talking about cryogenics as we know it here on Earth. The risk involved is minimal.
Yeah, well, I've been down this road with the Toker before. No offense, Jacob, but the last time you guys helped me out of a jam, I ended up rescuing an old girlfriend I'd never met before.
We would never subject you to another blending without your express permission.
Good. Because it's never gonna happen.
No pressure, Jack. But you need to make a decision. We have a team standing by. But if you wait too long, we may not be able to reverse the cellular breakdown.
Colonel, please.
It's your choice, Jack.
Can I have 5 minutes to think about it?
You can have 10, Colonel.
You think you'll do it?
I drag a little tight kicking and screaming for Dave myself. You come all this way to watch him die like this.
We have a security breach, level 25, guest quarters.
Over.
Security teams have swept the base 3 times in the past 6 hours, inside and out. They found nothing. I think it's safe to assume he's no longer here.
Well, Colonel O'Neill knows the SGC as well as anyone. If he wanted a way out, I'm sure he'd find one.
Well, I've notified state and local authorities. With any luck, they'll find him soon.
Sir, there's something you all need to see.
Go on home, kid, before I call the cops. It's a school night for crying out loud.
How about light beer?
Give me a break.
Harley?
Excuse me?
Yeah, Harlan Beck. You served in Operation Proven Force out of Injulik, right?
Yeah, during the Gulf. How'd you know that, kid?
What, are you kidding? I ran... I mean, my uncle knew Lieutenant Beck from the war. Yeah, said he was a stand-up guy. Flew an AC-130 gunship over Baghdad.
Well, then your uncle had to be in the special ops.
Yeah, he was. Colonel Jack O'Neill.
You're Jack O'Neill's nephew. I didn't know he had a sibling.
Al, used to. But yeah, Uncle Jack's been like a father to me, you know, since my folks died.
Ah. So how's old Jack doing, anyway?
He's fine. He's not that old, either.
Well, tell him Harley said to watch his 6.
Hey, yeah, speaking of 6, look, seeing as how you know my uncle and all, you think you could do me a little favor?
Selmac has had a chance to digest some of the DNA test results we've been collecting, and it seems Colonel O'Neill's condition isn't what we first thought.
He isn't dying?
He is dying, but we think we know the cause. When we first compared Colonel O'Neill's DNA samples to the ones we had on file, the match was almost perfect.
Almost. You said there was a tiny abnormality.
That's right. Selmack thinks he knows why.
This is not Colonel O'Neill.
But
He's a clone.
I see. Keep me informed. No word yet on... What exactly do we call him at this point?
Duplicate O'Neill?
Sir, we think we have a clear idea of what might be going on.
Please enlighten me.
We know that the Asgard clone themselves.
Their very existence depends on their ability to clone their bodies and then transfer their consciousness from one to the next.
But they suffer from grave medical conditions due to thousands of years of cloning.
Which will ultimately lead to the fall of their civilization if they can't solve the problem of diminishing returns on their cloning technology.
What does this have to do with Colonel O'Neill?
We had the abductee's DNA that Duke and I interviewed scanned for the same abnormalities as Duplicate O'Neill. As far as we can tell, none of them are clones.
Which means?
Well, in all likelihood, the Asgard responsible took the original people and replaced them with duplicates so as not to arouse suspicion.
They studied the originals for a period of time and then switched them back.
You think whoever took the real Colonel O'Neill is going to return him?
It's all we've got, sir. We're hoping the fact that Colonel O'Neill's clone didn't fully mature is a mistake.
What makes you think that?
The previous actions of the Asgard responsible indicated his desire to remain covert.
Jack's clone's condition is a dead giveaway.
So it's a good bet the Asgard doesn't even know there's a problem, or else he would have tried to fix it.
Well, they'll figure it out when they try to switch him back.
If they try to switch.
Are you saying if we don't track down the young duplicate, we may not get the real Colonel O'Neill back?
Well, no, we're sure the Asgard would be able to find him if he wants. That's not the real issue.
We wish to apprehend the Asgard responsible.
Intercepting the next switch may be our only shot.
Hammond.
General Hammond, sir. I have a Lieutenant Colonel Beck from the 10th Air Base Wing at the Air Force Academy on the line for you. He says it has to do with Colonel O'Neill.
Patch him through.
Yes, sir.
Unless you brought beer, that's close enough.
Colonel, we need you to come back with us.
How'd you find me?
Lieutenant Colonel Beck called General Hammond and placed you in the area.
A man from whom you recently bought bait said he recommended this river.
I tell Jacob thanks for trying, but I'm not interested in the deep freeze deal.
Look, we're not here to take you to the Toker. There may not be much time.
Never is there?
Okay, well, there's no easy way to tell you this, so Sam's just gonna come right out and say it.
Well, sir, as you know, the Asgard depend on a cloning technology
Oh, for crying out loud.
You have been cloned, O'Neill.
What?
We think the Asgard took the real you and made a copy. An unstable one at that.
The real me?
Yeah, the original. That's not your real anything. I'm sorry.
Where's the original?
Well, that's what we hope to find out. But we need your help.
We've calculated approximately a 7-day gap between abductions, which puts us at tonight.
This plan sucks. Look, I know you don't think I am who I am, but as far as I'm concerned, I am who I am.
The switch is the only chance we have of capturing whoever's behind this.
What about the fact that this body is dying? I mean, has anyone even thought about that for a second?